Good evening, everybody. This is the Mother Bunker Files. Welcome to the Trenches of Truth. I am your host, Not Important, and today we are back at it again, filling out our fishbowl of truth theorises. If you have any truth theorises, you know what I'm talking about, that you want talked about on this channel, drop it in the comments below or send me an email. Also, drop $1 at that Bitcoin address, por favor. Thank you very much. Gracias, amigos. I don't really have too much to say. The zombie stock market is still roaming around. It doesn't even realize it's dead yet, but it could be another couple of years, you know. I think they're going to stretch this out. Obviously, they're going to stretch it out as long as possible, but get ahead, grab that silver, grab that Bitcoin, what have you. Stay informed. We're here to keep you informed, help you sift through the truth theory garbage. Let's see what we got up on the chopping block. Clinton. That's another thing. People are mad about the Mueller investigation. Apparently, Hillary Clinton has obvious proof that she is colluding with the Russians, with Russian bot accounts, to help the algorithm to knock Bernie Sanders out of the fight there. I'm not voting anymore. I'm done. They're obviously in control of what's going on, you know. Also, Bill Clinton, fun fact, his blowjob investigation cost around $80 million. This is back in 1990, so make it like $100 million today monies. 9/11 investigation only cost about $15 million, give or take. So there's obviously a little bit of a slant there as far as investigating stuff, and now the Mueller report, and this is going to be the Democrats' first time reading a redacted document, and they're going to lose their fucking shit over and be like, why is this redacted? Like, motherfucker, because they redact shit. You know, the Freedom of Information Act only goes so far. We still haven't found the government hasn't disclosed us exact UFO information that they have, but, by God. Also, Bill Clinton had something going on in Arkansas with cocaine. So yeah, they're not good people at all. Whether or not they eat babies is up for debate. I do believe that vampirism is going on. What's his name? Podesta? Yeah, Podesta is definitely a vampire, but as far as, I don't know. Hillary might have eaten too many babies. We'll never know, will we? Until it's all disclosed. Oh man, the fate have decided George Bush was a puppet for the puppeteers. And no one, oh my god, if we had Facebook back in the early 2000s, like, it would have just fucking broken down, right? Like, everyone's like, oh, Donald Trump's the dumbest president ever. Well, at least he can form a real sentence. You know, he doesn't read from a prompter. He, like, goes off the top of his head sometimes. And I'm not, you know, for those that are on the fence about Donald Trump, oh my god, Jesus Christ, fucking A, man. Still not as dumb as George W. Bush. Still not as dumb as George W. Bush. George W. Bush was a fucking moron. Like, dumb as fuck. You want to talk about, like, people, like, paying to get into college? George Bush was one of them. George W. Bush. H.W., and apparently there's a connection between Aleister Crowley and the Bushes. I think Linda H.W. Bush's wife was the daughter of Aleister Crowley. There's something Crowley related there. Yep. Yeah, that was, and like, you want to talk about voter fraud, that was definitely voter fraud there, that no one fucking talked about, going down to Florida, where one of W's brothers was governor at the time. H.W. put an extra judge in the Supreme Court down there. No, it's in Washington. Yeah. I've always, for whatever reason, I think it's because of the Al Gore Bush presidential race, that I thought that the Supreme Court was in Florida, but it's actually in Washington, D.C. Which is probably for the best. I don't think Justice lives in Florida. Just saying, Florida, you should probably stop clowning everybody. Is there anything else I want to go off about George Bush? I hated Bush. And, like, I really stopped believing in the system when it came to Bush. Yeah. Just flying through the 25th Amendment. I have no idea what the 25th Amendment is off the top of my head. If the president isn't able to mentally serve, if he's mentally unstable, yeah, I believe that's it. Did that off the top of my head. What up? I might be wrong, but I'm okay with being wrong. Everyone's so concerned about being right. There is no moral debate anymore. It's just, I'm right, this is why I'm right, you can't prove me wrong, there is no, what I'm doing is absolutely 100% correct, and that is not physically possible to be 100% correct, because everything needs alterations, obligations. It needs to be malleable, like a ball of wax, going straight up Descartes on you guys, ball of wax. This idea is a ball of wax and needs to be molded and needs to be reshaped so that everyone is accommodated. And this just gives me further proof that there's fucking something rotten in the state of Denmark, because none of this is adding up to actually, like, build people. It's all about, you're fucking wrong, we need to be in charge. This is the Democrats saying that you're wrong, we need to be in charge, we need to do this, because otherwise the world's going to end. And everybody on the left going, yes, we're so right, let us just pat ourselves on the back. It's the same part of the dead bird, like, left wing or right wing, the bird's fucking fucked up, right? So it doesn't matter, like, which wing you pick, it's both fucking rotten meat. And I think the only way to, like, survive this, or, like, I don't want to, like, scare people out there. I'm not trying to generate fear. I'm trying to generate confidence in your beliefs and to help preach to other people out there that might be lost that they can find their way to a better place, because there is a metaphysical world that we live in. It is fucking impossible. It is very, very improbable that when you die, nothing happens. Unless that's how your mind operates. Then you die, nothing happens. And how fucking crazy is that? I think there's enough proof out there to prove a metaphysical world, and I'm getting sidetracked here, but there's so much, That's a very filled bowl, right, of truth theorises. So saying Donald Trump is incompetent, he still puts on his pants, so I think there is some form of competency there, and he might have still been a puppet, and people are saying, like, he rigged the election. The dude didn't have a fucking speech written, a victory speech written in the 2016 election. He thought he was done at that moment, and he was very surprised when people said, no, fuck her, we're putting you in. And that's what it came down to, I feel like. Like, say what you will about Donald Trump, fucking Hillary Clinton was an evil bitch. The Clintons are not good people. People think that the Clintons are good people. They are not good people. They are fucking weird-ass motherfucking looking people that have probably done a fucking shit ton of awful shit that we don't even fucking know about, right? She was so ready to barbecue everyone in Benghazi, to just fucking scorch earth, like, that never existed. We didn't have an embassy in Syria, like, what in the fucking shit fuck? Yeah, and people are saying Donald Trump is incompetent. He is able to fucking go through the motions at least. Now this Mueller investigation proves that there's no Russian collusion. So the Democrats are just going to grasp at all their fucking straws. Alright, we're making pretty good time here. We've gone through 3 now. Fucking went through all 3 presidential races. Holy shit. No. Let's see what this one is. Ooh, I drew like 3 of them there. What is money? Is it the root of all evil? And is it the root of all evil? Yeah, The Bible says you cannot serve two masters. You will love one and hate the other, or despise one and hate the other. I forget how that goes. All I know is it says you can't serve two masters. But the money that we have is actually pictured off of the Monopoly money, if you look at it now. So, like, ones are white, blues or fives are pink, 10s are yellow, 20s are green, 50s are purple, and I think it stops at the 100s, but they couldn't make it too easy for us, could they? So, money, yeah, but we need money to survive, and I think the best thing to do with your money is to preserve it with silver and gold and hard tangible assets and survival, food, bullets, guns. Do that, and then with the, just budget that in. And it's important to budget this because, it's not going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen, it's just not going to happen tomorrow. At least not yet. We're pretty close, and we get closer each year. So, if you can figure out how to store water for 5 years or more, drop that in the comment section below, because I'm still working on that. Other than colloidal silver, which you can't drink every day, or, drink it by the gallons every day, because then you'll turn blue. Oh, man, my allergies are messed up. I need to take some colloidal silver. Fuck. It's about to be springtime, everybody. Yippee. Let's do one more and then let's wrap this up. I feel like putting out more than an hour, just doesn't really get me very far anymore. I mean, I have a few views, and for those tuning in, thank you. Subscribe, hit that like button, or hit that dislike button. The NSA, Jack Steve, I'd like to thank you for tuning in as always. I don't think they actually track the viewer rates, so I think you all should be pretty good. But, if you're able to use a VPN, I think that's pretty good too. VPN and Tor browser to just get information on YouTube seems a little extreme, but hey, we're about there. I guess I'll wrap this up with a very left field truth heresy, which is witchcraft. Everyone's out there is, saying that God doesn't exist, but they believe in witchcraft, spellcraft, Satanism, Scientology. They're always, it's a big joke to them that there is a God, but if people are out there worshiping Satan, then obviously, people here should be worshiping God. Now, I fall a bit on the Catholic scale of Christianity, and I think the best way, if you're looking at getting into the Bible, is to read the Aramaic version, or listen to on down, and he'll direct you in the right path. It gets a little weird sometimes, but one of the things that witchcraft is the practice of spells, and as Dr. Deeply Thought pointed out, was that words are a way of casting spells. So saying, you have cancer, they can psychologically believe that they have cancer, and the only way to treat it is to go through this horrible process. It's 70 years old, no matter how much money we throw at the program. It's just stayed the same, archaic version. He'll straight up tell you that you can heal yourself from cancer. I'm not... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Do your treatments and everything, and I'm not a doctor, and none of this should be treated as medical advice. This is just what I do. But in the end, your body ends up breaking it down, so you go to the radiation, and they hit it with they break up the cancer cells, and then your body heals the rest of it. And so that's just one form, and there are millions and millions of books of witchcraft that some of them we know about, some of them we don't know about, but we can go into white magic and everything. I believe in having altars. I finally got my sea salt or Himalayan salt and charcoal bottle up and running, and it does pretty well. It does do a good, decent thing for me. Now, when I was dumping the charcoal, I realized there's this plume of charcoal, so maybe scoop it out with a spoon and wear a dust cover mask and some goggles. As for salt, I don't think there's really any problem there that I know of. Anywho, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in this Tuesday, Wednesday day, and hopefully you keep tuning in. If you like what you saw, subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below what you gotta have, and I'll see about putting it in the next episode for you. Alright, peace out there, do good things for everyone in the humanity section. Bye.